Hi guys, today I'm in the Ogwen Valley, probably one of my favourite places in Snowdonia. It's a little bit breezy, so the sound quality, especially when we get higher up, might be quite poor, so I apologise for that. But today I'm parked in the National Trust car park opposite Llyn Ogwen, and the actual starting point of the walk is back down the road at the Ogwen cottage. But as that's pay and display car park and this is free, that's why I park here. So I'll update you on the route when we get to the start of it. But look at that scenery. There's Llyn Ogwen, Llyn Ogwen there, the mighty Tryfan. We'll get a better view of that later on. And this is the way that we're going. This is the start of the walk, Ogwen Cottage. There's a kiosk and toilets there. It's quite handy. This path heads up towards Llyn Idwal, but we'll be branching off. And today's walk is going to be, the plan is up Glyder Fach, over Glyder Fawr, down the horrible scree slope, and down Devil's Kitchen, and then we'll drop back down to Llyn Idwal and Cwm Idwal, and finish off back here. So I'll update you when there's something to see. Okay, that's where we're heading. Right in the peak in the distance there, that's Glyder Fach. There's Tryfan there, and the little river. Behind us is Llyn Ogwen, and in the distance down there, down the Nantfancon Valley, you can see Anglesey. And the shape of this gate is quite interesting, because this represents the peaks that you can see from the valley there, Tryfan and Glyder Fach, and all the way around. So quite interesting. That's a nicely made gate. Lovely sound of running water. All these views are within a few minutes of the car. Unbelievable, isn't it? And when we get better, when we get higher, the views get spectacular. So hopefully it won't be too cloudy when we get at the top. Looking back the way we've just come, you can see a garn over there. This path goes round to Cwm Idwal, which you can see there, the cleft in the rock. Dead ahead is Devil's Kitchen, so we're going to come back down near that way. But where the path goes round to Llyn Idwal, I'm going to branch left here and take us further over. We have a bit of a climb up where the stream comes down to Llyn Ogwen. Come on now, move out the way. I think these are Welsh blacks. You can get a bit stroppy sometimes, so try and ease past him. Hello boy. Made it. He wasn't bothered. The path just gets a bit jumbled there, where the rocks go every way, but you can see the lighter coloured rocks where people have walked on it, and then you can clearly see the steps going upwards once you get past there. As you can see, this is a bit of a steep climb. We've come from the main path over there, followed it round, and might not look too steep on the camera, but that is one very steep climb. But great views of Llyn Ogwen, Llyn Brenig, There's the waterfalls that go down there. It's a beautiful place. But you can see how steep it is. And we're just making our way up to Llyn Brenig, which is at the top. And right down there, the Llyn Brenig Valley, you can see Anglesey in the distance. Beautiful views. Beautiful. There are a few places like this where the path is clear, and then all of a sudden it's not so clear. But if you look up above you, you can see where the steps carry on. So you can just make your own way up over these rough patches here. Look that way, I think, is the easiest way, and then pick the path up further up. See the path splits into two down there, but it doesn't matter which way you follow it. I took the right fork, and you can go on up there, or you can go this way, but either way you're aiming for Llyn Brenig, which is the little valley you can see in front, and at the bottom of that is Llyn Brenig, the lake. So that's what you're heading for, whichever way you go. You come to this sort of a boulder field, but just pick your own way, but aim for the cliffs opposite. Right, here we are at Llyn Brenig, Lake Australia. If you look at the from above, the shape looks a bit like Australia. You can go up the ridge up there, that's a Glyder, a bit of a grade 1 scramble over the top and quite exposed, so I don't fancy that on my own, especially had the winds getting up. If you're going to do that, you go down that side, but we're going to go around this way and follow the path over there up to Llyn. Picking my way across the river. That's the thing with the Glyder, boulders and rock formations everywhere. It's an absolutely fantastic place. The mighty Tryfan, my first mountain, Tryfan, climbed the north face after reading that it was a grade 1 scramble. When I first started walking, googled grade 1 scramble, and basically said you might need to use your hands, so I thought I could do that, and I did do it with a bit of help with some passers-by. That was one scary climb, and one day when I put the courage up, I'll do it again. But that's where we're heading, up there. Hi guys, we followed the path up from Llyn Brenig, and it's just a bit rocky. Just keep your eye ahead of you, you can generally see where the path's going. And we're heading up to the wall in the distance. In the dip there's a big ladder style, and that's what you're heading for. So, you know, the boulders are everywhere, but just keep an eye on that wall and that style, and you'll know where you're going. Okay guys, getting a bit windy up here, but we've just come up that scree slope, and we're at the stile. That's where we're heading, back down into the dip down there. So I'll catch up with you when we get down in the dip, out of the wind. A little bit tricky this, but you can make your way down from there by following, there's a faint path. You see where the small stones are and where the lighter coloured rocks are, and it's actually joining, or is part of the miner's path. So you can see the path carries on around there, that's the miner's path. And there are two options when you get here. Ooh, give me a second to get my feet. There are two options when you get here. You can either go up that horrible scree slope up to Glyder Fach, or you can follow the miner's path round, either round the corner over the top there and go up that way. I think I'm going to tackle the scree today. I came down it once, it was horrible, but probably easier going up than coming down, and we'll head up that way, I think. That's the way I'm going to go. I'm going to go straight up the scree slope, so there'll be no more filming until I get to the top, because this is quite a dangerous place, but I'll take you right up to the summit of Glyder Fach. There's Tryfan, you see the Caneddau, that's the other side of the valley there. Stunning views. And wind getting up, as you can hear. So let's tackle this one then. I'll just give you a quick look what this scramble's like. It's very steep and lots of loose rocks. So if there's anybody in front of you, you've got to watch the falling rocks. And if there's anyone behind you, you've got to be careful what you kick back. But you can hear my breathing. It's very, very steep. So onwards and upwards. Take my advice. Follow the miner's path. Find an easier way up. This is an absolute nightmare. See the clouds coming in now. That's the way we come. Loose rock all the way. Not too far to go now, but not a recommended route, I'll say that. Nearly at the top now. Quite windy. That's Bristly Ridge in the fog there. You can see the clouds really come in now. That is one tough scramble, that, but we're nearly at the top now. Well, we're at the top. Can't really see anything because of the fog, but we're going to have a look at the cantilever stone, if I can find it in the fog. I think I need to be going over that way, up there. Incredible rock formations up here. Just a shame you can't see them because of the fog. A few fellow walkers there now. And there's the famous cantilever stone. You can see not much view up here so now, so we're going to head across to Llyn and Glyder Fawr and back down. Oh, another bit of tough scrambling, drop down past Llyn Brenig and walking along the top of Glyder Fach now towards the Gribbin and then Glyder Fawr. Got a bit of rain now, but not a lot. That's the other side of Llyn. But what I showed you before was Llyn was a rock formation just before it. I spoke a bit too early, but that's Llyn. The path drops to the left of it, and just follow the worn rocks, and there are traces of gravel to identify the path for you, and then we can get back up onto Gribbin and Glyder Fawr. This is the path along the just under the summit of the Gribbin, leading to Glyder Fawr. You can hear the wind, a bit of drizzle, so maybe tripped up. Nothing to see in way of views, that's why there's not much filming going on. You've got these cairns of stones to mark the path now. Coming up onto Glyder Fawr now. In this weather, if it wasn't for these cairns of rocks, you wouldn't have a clue which way you were going. That's the best way to follow a path on a mountain, is just keep an eye on it in the distance. Very often you can see the lighter colour of the path from a distance, but when you look down it's not always that obvious. It's a shame you can't really see these great rock formations in the wind, in the fog, and you can't hear me properly because of the wind. but absolutely fabulous up here. There's just bits of rock sticking up everywhere. Look at that. That's like being on the surface of the moon, apparently. Not that I've ever been there. It's just superb rock formations. A bit eerie in the mist. This is the summit of Glyder Fawr. These rocks and these, I don't think there's much difference in the height between the two. They're the two highest peaks on Glyder Fawr. See, this is a bit of a slippery slope, as the saying goes, but just wanted to show you this, guys. The views are opening up now. In the distance you've got Llyn Ogwen, Llyn roundish one there, and that's where we're heading down there. Llyn Ogwen, I think that one's called. Llyn Ogwen in the distance behind the lakes there, which you can't see very well, and right opposite is Llyn, and that again we're going to have to see the start of the path up to Llyn there. The rest of it's in cloud, but this is where one pole comes in handy when you're going down scree slopes. Just gives you an extra point of contact on the ground. Gives you a bit better balance. Just wanted to show you that view. See, that's the way we come down there, down the scree slope. Heading down towards the Devil Kitchen's path now. The sun came out for a few minutes. Still a bit bright over there. I've lost my hat. The clouds are coming back in now. Show me the way to go home. Just met a really nice couple there, Gary and I think he said Anne was her name. We've just come down from Glyder Fach and Glyder Fawr, and shared knowledge on the way down. They're from Stoke-on-Trent, so they're heading back this afternoon after a few days walking. So some nice company on the way down. Weather's sort of breaking a little bit, but quite grey over there. I've had a shelter spot out the wind here, just have a quick drink. This is the path that leads down to, they call it the Devil's Kitchen path. Not the true Devil's Kitchen, I'll show you that when we get further down. Right, so that's the way we've come down, the Devil's Kitchen path. It goes down on the other side of there, or you can make your way down there if you want. But I wanted to show you this. This is the real Devil's Kitchen, and you can climb up there. There's a stream that comes down it, and I think that board is on a grade 2 scramble. I've never done it, I've never fancied doing it really, but that's where the real hardy walkers and climbers go, that way, the true Devil's Kitchen. And that's why I called the way we came down the Devil's Kitchen path, because that's where the vast majority of people come down, which is this path here. There we go down here. Lovely views now, the sky's cleared up. Llyn Ogwen opposite, Llyn Idwal down below, Llyn Ogwen in the distance. Look at that, this is Llyn Idwal, hanging glacial valley, and that's the way we've come down. So we'll keep going. A bit of waterfall coming down. Usually I walk from Devil's Kitchen, I go back down around the other side of the lake, but today I thought I'd have a change, and also the wind's blowing from that way, so I thought it'd be more sheltered on this side. Just starting to rain a little bit again. The sun over there. Look at that, the Idwal slabs ahead. A lot of climbers. There's a couple up there now. Practice there. I believe Edmund Hillary and his team practice here before their attempt on Everest. And as you can hear, the wind is quite strong now. It's just a turn to get some shelter. But that's the way we've come down. Follow the path round, back down Llyn Idwal there. And nearly at the end of the walk now. Not something I'd fancy that, climbing at the heights there, but great place to practice if you like that. Not far now. That's Cwm Idwal, one of my favourite places. Look at that. That up there you can see a Gribbin, which is the ridge that you can go up to Glyder Fawr and Glyder Fach from, which is a bit of a scramble. We went round the other way, so you've got to watch your step here. You can see the plant life on the little island there. That's probably what all this was like. Now the goats eat most of it. But there are some places on the other side where the Snowdon lily still grows. There's only a couple of places that it grows, and this is one of them. But there's Llyn Ogwen, the Garn, Cwm Idwal, and you can't see Glyder Fawr in the background there because of the clouds. That's where we've come down. But what a spectacular place. Got the sun shining on Treman there in the background. Nearly back now. There's loads of these little white flowers around. I have no idea what they are. They've got like feathery, this must be the seeds for them. From a distance it looked like snowdrops, but I thought it's a bit late for snowdrops. And then when you see one or two, it looks like maybe the sheep have gone past and left a bit of wool. But when you look close, they're all like that. It's like feathery stuff. So if anyone's watching and knows what they are, you can put it in the comments. I'll be pleased to know. Thank you. See those clouds coming back in now. And this is where we branched off from this path this morning to go towards Llyn Brenig, along that one there. And just down here we're back at the Ogwen cottage. Okay guys, there we have it. That's the end of the walk. Just over 6 miles up Llyn Brenig, up to Glyder Fach over the horrible scree slope, across to Glyder Fawr, and back down to Cwm Idwal, and alongside Llyn Idwal back to the Ogwen Cafe. So just over 6 miles. Just to clarify the route on Glyder Fach, we got a little bit disoriented with the mist after wandering about. After the cantilever, the first rocky formation you come to, you go round to the right of it, and then when you come to Castell y Gwynt, you go down to the left and you drop down around that and then back up, and you'll see a clear path which leads along a Gribbin up to Glyder Fawr. And things to bear in mind, if you're on scree slopes, just be careful. Very easy to roll your ankle and get stuck up there. But thanks for joining me for this walk, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Just one last look at the view here. We have the mighty Treman. There's Llyn Ogwen over there, Llyn Ogwen in the mist a little bit. And you can see where we come from. It's quite black over there now. So thank you very much for joining me, and we'll see you next time.